Hello and welcome to Saturday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where we're going to be trying a puzzle I've known about for quite a while. We've had a few recommendations to try this one. It's called Blue Caterpillars, and it's by Arachno. And apparently this is an amazing puzzle. It's a region sumlines puzzle, so many of you will instantly be able to dive into it without me having to say more. But with no other rules. So these are just normal region sumlines. But some of the recommendations have suggested that this is an absolute worldie. I found it on Logic Masters Germany too, and there are a couple of comments there suggesting this is the best region sumlines puzzle that has ever been made. And I think it's a debut on the channel for Arachno, whose puzzle it is. So I'm really looking forward to giving it a go. I think it's got 3 stars out of 5 for difficulty, so it's something of light relief. Given the last week of puzzles I've done battle with. I think in the last week I only managed to solve one puzzle in less than an hour, and some of them have taken me a lot longer. Oh, and yesterday's puzzle as well. That will live long in my memory, actually. The Pedaling Pianist's Squishdoku called Leftovers. If you haven't had a go at that, do check that out. It's an astonishing thing, an astonishing puzzle. Anyway, we'll do the rules of this one together in a moment or two's time. What else can I tell you about, though, before we kick off and try some solving today? A few things to mention. We are streaming again on Monday. Hopefully that's no surprise. 10 p.m. UK time, back in the Blueprints mansion, of course. So if you've been watching us for the 40... this will be I think this is the 42nd time that will have gone into the Blueprints mansion. It's something like that. We've been going into that mansion for over a year now, because it was Masters Weekend 2025 when we first visited it. So we still haven't beaten the game, but we have found some interesting things in recent weeks. So you never know. One day we might at least get past the first stage, or whatever it is people say we're currently in. Oh, wow. Maverick, how long has that taken? How long has the video been running? It's only a couple of minutes. 2 minutes 47 seconds for Maverick to take off from the local airfield. And we're about to get a little bit of aeroplane noise in the background. I can do nothing about it. Maverick is Maverick after all, and likes to fly past the tower, such as it is. Now, so yeah, Blueprints is one thing. Over on Patreon, there's loads of extra content over on Patreon. Lots of long Sudoku solves, extra cryptic crossword solves, Mark's connection videos, of course. And on the 1st of May, I think we're going to have a Spider-Man themed Patreon reward. And one of the reasons we thought that might be good is that some of you out there with kids who might be, you might want to get them in to this wonderful hobby. Maybe something like that might persuade them that it's worth a go. So I mean, I love Spider-Man, and I'm a middle-aged man. So but I guess kids love Spider-Man. Oh no, that's not a wasp. What sort of creature is that? That is a very loud. It's got a weird buzz, but it's not a wasp. I don't know if that will come out. Maybe it's a bee, actually. Some strange bee has just flown in. It's making a very loud buzz. Anyway, what can we do? We're being afflicted by flying things already. Now let's do some birthdays. Itrio, the great setter, aka William in real life. Itrio, I know it's your birthday today. Well, to be honest, I only found out it was your birthday when I started to make lists of the birthdays, because my phone let me down. Because had I realised earlier it was your birthday, I might have asked the testers to send me one of your puzzles to try instead. But I'll make it up to you. I will make it up to you. We'll be doing an Itrio puzzle in the very near future. And many happy returns, my friend. Next, Chad, you've turned 41 today. And I know this because your wife Lacey wrote to me. Are you over in Sault Ste. Marie? Am I saying that correctly? In Michigan. Chad, I hope you have a great birthday today. I hope the chocolate cake is magnificent and very well iced, of course. Linda, we'll go from Michigan to Berlin. Where Linda, you're turning 37 today. And I know this because your boyfriend, is it Malta? Is that how I say that name? I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Well, Malta wrote to me, Linda, and said that you might like a shout out. I know your sister is coming over from Estonia to help you celebrate. So I hope all three of you get some fantastic chocolate cake today. Next, we will go and say happy birthday to Taylor. Taylor, your husband Connor wrote to me and told me that you like watching with your son Theodore. Now, that got me thinking. Because Theodore is sometimes Teddy, isn't it? And in my brain, I have linked Taylor and Teddy together as a birthday I've done. And I think Teddy might be very young, but I could be totally and utterly wrong. Anyway, if I'm mixing people up, I'm so sorry. But I do a lot of these birthdays, and some of them stick with me in some strange part of my brain. But anyway, Taylor, many happy returns. I hope you have a great birthday and good luck with the new arrival, I think, in November. Next, Zoe, your boyfriend Per wrote to me. I think the two of you quite enjoy puzzles and have been getting a bit into cryptics, but you're not so keen on the cryptic crossword homophones because Zoe is Scottish and Per is Swedish. So if the pronunciation is not, in a very particular way, one of your languages will think, no, this isn't a homophone at all. I understand the problem there. But Zoe, I hope you have a great birthday today. Many happy returns. That bee is making a lot of noise. And then one more birthday. Misha. Misha, you've turned 11 today. And I know this because your dad, Yap, wrote to me telling me how smart you were. And I think the two of you are hoping to do some more Patreon rewards together in the future. Well, maybe the Spider-Man one will be a great way to start with that. Misha, I am so... I do get a bit proud, actually, when I hear about young people getting into this hobby by watching these videos. So thank you very much for enjoying them at all. And I hope you have a great birthday today with some heavily iced chocolate cake. That's all the news. Let's have a go at Blue Caterpillars by Arachno. And it probably won't take long to read these rules. So it looks like it's normal Sudoku rules applying. So we're going to have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Yeah, and it's just normal region sum lines. So it then says box borders divide the blue region sum lines into segments with sums of equal value. So let's find the longest line. Let's look at this line. I'm not sure if that is the longest, but it might be. So what it says is the box border, the 3x3 box borders, divide the line into segments. So those are the 3 segments that this line is divided into, and each of these segments has the same sum. So those 3 add to that 1, add to those 3. So if these were 1, 2, and 3, and these were 1, 2, and 3, they would add up to 6, and this would be a 6. So something like this would be possible. Oops. Other options are available. Let's change this to 2, 3, 4. And then this could be 1, 3, 5. And then this would be 9. 2 plus 3 plus 4 is 9. 1 plus 3 plus 5 is 9. And 9 is 9. You see what I mean? Anyway, do have a go. Apparently this is a special one. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. So the best way to start, I might start there actually. The best way to start with region sum lines, if you've never seen one before, is to try and find big discrepancies between the line lengths. So you can see this is a length 3 segment versus a length 1 segment. And because the minimum of these cells would be 6, if we filled them with the minimum digits we could, they would still add up to a 6. This digit is 6, 7, 8, or 9. don't think we can say more than that. So like this line, this caterpillar here, I think is pretty useless. That feels like a disambiguating caterpillar. In fact, I'm just going to mention something now I see it. And that is, it looks to me, and this might prove to be nonsense, but it does look to me like there is symmetry around the positive diagonal for that shape there. Like this shape is the same as this shape. So what I often wonder about, if you're trying to work out where to start a puzzle, constructors love symmetry. So I think most really good constructors try and keep things symmetrical until they're forced not to by having to disambiguate the digits. So I won't be surprised if the purple cells are what we need to look at here, and then these things which sort of, aren't a reflection, if we were to fold the puzzle in along the positive diagonal, this shape would hit this shape, this side of this line would hit that side of this line. So everything would be symmetric apart from these caterpillars. So I think these are going to be disambiguating caterpillars, but that might be wrong. I mean, there's another point about discrepancy, isn't there? This is a 2-length line, this is a 5-length line. So let's fill the 5-length line with the minimum we can. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 15. So we know that this little domino here, and by analogy, this little domino here, add up to at least 15. So those digits are also from 6, 7, 8, 9. We couldn't put 5 into one of these cells because the other digit would have to be at least a 10. So what does this mean? Oh dear, I think the bee has been caught by... No, the bee's still being around. I can see, okay, so now I can see that this digit, let's just think about that digit very specifically, and it's going to apply to this one as well, because it's the same logic. But where does this purple digit go in box 1? And the critical thing to realize is it can't go on this line anywhere, because what would happen if it did? If it did, let's just say it went into this position, what would the mathematical implication be for this cell versus these cells? We know that these 2 cells here add up to those 5 cells there. So if these have the same value, then the sum of those 4 would have to equal this digit. But the sum of 4 different values in Sudoku is 10, at least. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. And we can't make this equal to 10. So it's not possible for the purple digit to appear on this sort of comma shape here. So that digit has to be there. And that's 6, 7, 8, or 9. And the same is true here. Now, I mean, so that means this is 6, 7, 8, or 9. Now, what I really would love to do here is to make this a different colour to purple. But I don't think there's a reason that... I mean, obviously, it's true to say they are the same digit. But do I know that green and purple are not the same? If green and purple were the same, that would be that digit in box 3, wouldn't it? There would be 4 instances of that digit. Let's say it was a 9. Those would all be looking into those cells, so this would be a 9. I don't know. I might just have to remember that purple could equal green. I mean, the same is true for this digit. It's just much less specific in terms of where it has to go in box 1. This digit also can't go on the line for exactly the same reason that the purple couldn't go on the line. So that digit is in one of those. So these, so purple and yellow are definitely in those cells. And then if we make that orange, green and orange are definitely in these cells. So So something's going on there, because there's ooh, I don't think many of these digits can be the same, because yeah. Well, what we just proved before is that if green and purple were the same, that digit had to go in that position. So is it possible? It is possible that one of the digits is shared. It's not possible they're both shared, because they both end up in this position. So, for example, if this was a 9-8 pair, it is impossible for this to be a 9-8 pair, because then 9 and 8 in box 3 would both go in this cell. So no more. There's no. Okay, and now I get it. Now I suddenly get it. Okay, everything I've said is true, but I didn't really understand it. But now I've suddenly thought about this digit, and now I do understand it, because that digit. So here's the question: is it possible for purple, yellow, orange, and green to all be different digits? And it's not possible, is it? Because if they were all different digits, what would this digit be? If these were 6, 7, 8, 9, and they were all different, they're all looking at that cell, and it couldn't exist. It couldn't be 6, 7, 8, 9. So now we know that there is a repeat digit, but there is exactly one repeat digit in purple, yellow, orange, and green. So whatever that digit is goes there. Say it was purple, and say that repeated in orange, then it's going to be forced into this position. And if it was purple and green that were the same, it's forced into this position. It's the same. It's symmetrical. So this is a high digit. And then there's going to be one high digit here and one high digit here. And okay, and there is a repeat. This must do something. I just can't quite see what it is. So 15 is not the total. Is that what we're learning? I think it is. That's a very peculiar conclusion, but I think it's true. So in terms of what these comma shapes could add up to, we know the minimum is 15 and the maximum is 17. It can't be more than 17, because the maximum this domino could be is a 9-8 pair, which is 17. So, and the minimum is 15 if this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are looking at a total for both of these commas of 15, 16, or 17. And we know they don't have the same total, because if they had the same total, given that there is a common digit between these two, there would be two common digits. And we know there can't be, because this cell isn't a Schrödinger cell. It can't simultaneously be two different digits. So okay, so why do I think... no, I'm a bit wrong, actually. I'm a bit wrong with when I said 15 couldn't be the total. 15 could be the total for one of the lines, but not both. Because if it was both, let's imagine this was 7, 8. Then this couldn't be 7, 8 because that has two duplicates, and it couldn't be 6, 9 because this cell couldn't exist. But what I hadn't thought of through is that what if this was 15 and this was 17? That would be fine. Okay. But I know, okay, but because I know that the panoply of options that we're dealing with here is 15, 16, and 17, is it possible to keep a 9 out of all is it possible for this to be 9? No, because if this is 9, these would both have to be 15 totals, and they can't be. In fact, they both have to be 7, 8. And then that cell would have to be 7 and 8. So this is not 9. Now, that means this is... Well, it means that there is a 1 on both of those sequences. Because 8... well, imagine there wasn't a 1 on this 3-cell sequence. Then it would be 2 plus 3 plus 4 at a minimum, and this would be a 9. And we know this can't be a 9 because that's going to cause too many 7s and 8s to exist in this cell. It's very clever, this. It's quite unusual so far. Now, I was going to say something again that's just not true. I was going to say there has to be a 9 here and there has to be a 9 there. That's just not true. One of these could be 7, 8, providing the other is 9 and not 6. It couldn't be 7, 8 here, 9, 6 here. That's going to kill this off. But it could be 7, 8 here, 9, 7 there. That would work, I think. Yeah, and that would be a 6, and this would be 1, 2, 3, and this would be 1, 2, 3. That probably doesn't work for some Sudoku reason. If both of these are 1, 2, 3, what happens? Let's just have a quick look at that. If both of those are 1, 2, 3, no, not having. Ooh, this could be better than that actually. What if they were 1, 2, 4? No. That's lovely. That is absolutely lovely. Right. This is 8. And the reason is, well, it's thinking about this box. If these 3 digits and those 3 digits are selected from the same set of digits, so let's give them the same colour. Oh, I don't like that colour. I do like it normally. I just don't like it it doesn't feel like it's. I'll make them both red. So let's say that this selection of 3 digits, ABC, is the same as this selection of digits, ABC. Maybe I'm eliding over a point that's clear to me, but perhaps isn't if you're new to these puzzles. What are the options for the red digits? Let's start there. What is the biggest digit we could put in red? Could we put a 6 in red? No. Because if any of these red cells is a 6, the other 2 digits would be at least a 1 and a 2, and 6 plus 1 plus 2 is 9, which we can't put here. So these digits are from, forgive the pencil mark, it's going to be a little excessive, but these are from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now, let's think about where these 3 digits go in this row. They're going to have to go there, aren't they? And these 3 digits are going to have to go in this column here. So you can see if these have the same collection of digits to choose from, let's imagine that these were 1, 2, 3, and these were 1, 2, 3, then these 4 digits are going to only be selectable from 1, 2, and 3. Can't do that. Same is true if this is 1, 2, 4 and this is 1, 2, 4. So if this is 6, there's a problem, and if it's 7, there's a problem, because 7 could only be made up one way. It would have to be 1, 2, 4. And now these would be 1, 2, 4, and these would be 1, 2, 4, and those 4 digits would only be selectable from 1, 2, 4. It won't work. So the way we're going to get out of this pickle is we're going to write 8 here, and we're going to say that those 3 digits and these 3 digits are therefore, they are not the same collection of digits. And we can do that with 8 because 8 has 2 possible makeups. We can have a 1, 2, 5 and a 1, 3, 4. Now we don't know which is which, but we do know that those grey ones are going to go there and the red ones are going to go there. They both have got 1 in them. It means at least one of those 2 cells is a 1. Because you couldn't put a 1 there and a 1 there. that would put 2 ones in box 5. So at least one and possibly both of these 2 cells is a 1. And, no. Right, and now we can get rid of 8 from here, so we can get rid of 8 from there, and 8 from there, so we can get rid of 8 from there. So, well, 6 and 7 is just an impossible total. Neither of these can be 6, 7. Thank goodness. All parents of school children unite. Yes, it can't be 6, 7. And even saying it is a bad thing. But yeah, 6 and 7 only add to 13. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 add to 15. So we can't have a 6, 7 total. So there is a 9 in here, and there is a 9 in there, which means this is a 9. Whoops. That is the digit that appears, that is looking 4 times into this box. And it also means that because we know that, say this was 9, 7 adding up to 16, this couldn't also be 9, 7 adding up to 16, because then this would also be a 7 as well as being a 9. One of these, one of the commas, adds up to 15, because one of these is 9, 6, and the other will add up to 16, because it will be 9, 7. Now that means that these commas are only selectable. One of them will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, adding up to 15, and one of them will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, adding up to 16. So they both definitely have 1, 2, 3, and 4 on them, these comma shapes. Now, and that means 8 is in one of those cells. 8 is in one of these cells. So that means 8 is in one of those 3 cells. And that might do something. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. No, that doesn't work. I was thinking. No, that doesn't work. Are there any cells that see all of those digits? I don't think that there are, because then because I know I know grey and red between them are going to include all of the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because one of them will be 1, 2, 5, one of them will be 1, 3, 4. But I don't actually see how to use that. So what are we doing now? What am I meant to do now? I know that digit is quite small on this line. It can't be bigger than 5. No. I don't see anything to do, really. Am I going to... I don't want to do it, but I'm wondering whether I should fill these in with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I do anything better with 8? 8 has to be in one of 3 cells. Actually, that could be relevant. If this wasn't an 8, one of those would be an 8. Can that be an 8? This would have to be a 9. Maybe. Yeah, actually, no, that looks fine. Oh, no, hang on. This can't... hang on. That can't be 9 or 8. Because there's a 9 in one of those. Golly gosh, that's right. So what that means is that there is a hidden 7, 8, 9 triple in this column. That's hard to see. That's lovely. Right, look at this cell. I haven't got a clue what this is, by the way. It's got a lot of options. It could be as small as being a 3, if this was a 1-2 pair, or it could be as large as being a 7, if this was 9-6. So it's some number between 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm not going to pencil mark it, but the point is that two cells that sum up to as much as 7 can't therefore include, these two digits have to be no bigger than 6. These digits, remember, are from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and those digits are no bigger than 6. So in this column, you've got 6 digits that are no bigger than 6. So the other 3 cells must be the bigger than 6 digits. So that's got to be 7, 8, or 9. Oh, dear, dear, dear. That's what I wanted to do. Hang on. Well, that seems to say this is a 7. Well, let's come back to that. I just want to check that because that feels that's a big win. How could this? I think it's right. I mean, I don't think that can be more than 7. So these can't be more than 6. So this is 7, 8, 9. And this one sees 8 and 9. It sees a 9 in one of those cells. So that is a 7. So this isn't 7. This isn't 7. This is now 9, 6, which is huge. Because that means this line doesn't have 6 on it. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these digits are from 6, 7, 8, 9. And there's a 6, 7, 8, 9 quadruple at the bottom of column 9. So though I wonder if I should have coloured this low versus high. Because these are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these are all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, aren't they? Oh, nearly. Well, no, this is perfect, actually. Yeah, okay, I'm going to do something now I don't normally recommend, but I am going to do it. In fact, look, hang on, if that's 9, 6, I know this isn't 9, 6, so this is 9, 7. So this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. These digits, okay, these are from 5, 7, 8, 9. So there's a 5, 7, 8, 9 triple in the top row. So these digits, and the thing is they could include, well, they do include 6, which is a slightly less. That corner digit is low. It has to be 1, 2, 3, or 4. I'm going to put that in because that does see a 5 there and a 6 there, as well as both seeing 7, 8, and 9 from both sides. No, but what I was thinking was there are lots and lots of digits in this puzzle now that are only selectable from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, these. In fact, this digit now can't even be 6. That's a max. So this is 3, 4, or 5. So these digits are 1, 2. These digits cannot be bigger than 4 because the maximum this total could be is 5. And these digits. Yeah, hang on. I just want to do some pencil marking. I know this is excessive, and I wouldn't normally do it. You know I wouldn't, but you see, yeah, look at that. There is a quintuple in row 8 of 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s. So that digit is naked. It can't be 7, 9. It can't be 8. That's got to be a 6. So this is not a 6. This is 7, 8, or 9. This is 7, 8, or 9. There's now a 7, 8, 9 triple in box 7. Now the 7 in that triple there is in row 8. So that's now an 8 or a 9 only. Where is 6 in column 2? It's got to be in this domino, which means none of those are 6. Where is 5 in column 2? It's got to be in this. Well, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Because if the 5 in column 2, and it does seem to be, is in the grey, then I know that grey is 1, 2, 5. It's not 1, 3, 4. So grey is 1, 2, 5. So red is 1, 3, 4. This is huge, isn't it? This must be almost done. 2 and 5, 2 grey digits to place in column 4, and 2 red digits. Oh, nearly. It's nearly brilliant, but there's 2 red digits to place in row 6. They are those 2 cells. These are both grey. And therefore this is now not a 5. So this is a 3-4 pair. Now this can't have 4 on it either. So now 4 in this column is up here with the 6. So these are 4, 6, which means these are not 4. Yeah. And now let's look at this line again. This line, actually, I did it a bit of a disservice earlier, this caterpillar, because I said it was going to be a disambiguating caterpillar. And it, well, only in the loosest sense has it been that. It's been magnificent, hasn't it? What it's done in this column and this row is magnificent. Now, if this is either 3, which is going to be a 1-2 pair. Actually, it can't be that. I've just realised. Sorry, it has to be 4. What I was going to say is it had to have 1 on it, which is definitely true. But if it was a 1-2 pair, if this was 1-2, where would you put 1 and 2 on that grey arrow? You couldn't put them both on. So this is going to have to be 4. That's going to have to be 3. Therefore, this is a 1-3 pair. Therefore, this is a 1. This is not a 1. This is a 2. C is 1 and 3. So this is a 1-3. Oh, it feels like this is very close to letting us win now, doesn't it? Now, we've got a 7-8-9 triple I've just found in box 8. So I've now got a, look at that, in the bottom row, I've got a 7-8-9 triple pointing at the corner, which now has to be a 6. Oh, that makes that one a 9. So green is 9, orange is 6, this is 8, this is 7. And let's just tidy up our colouring then. So 6s are orange. 9s are green. So one of those is green. I know it doesn't look it at the moment. Let's make that. Oh, I don't know. Oh, so one of those is 6 now. Seven is in one of these 2 cells in the bottom row, so it's not there. And this is therefore an 8 because it's also not 9. So this is a 7-9, so this is an 8. Aha, look, it's actually sort of going a little bit. This 9 is looking at that cell, so that's now 7. Purple is 7, yellow is 9. So now let's get rid of yellow. Yellow has served its purpose, and it doesn't need to be in the puzzle anymore, because now basically 9 is green. So this cell is actually green. Neither of those is green. 7 is in one of those, and I know which one by Sudoku. So it's this one, which means that could that really be 8? 15. How would you make those 2 add up to 15? If you couldn't use 9, 6 or 7, 8, there would be no way to do it. So that's 8. So 8 is in one of those 2 cells. 8 is in 8. Oh, hang on. Okay. We've got a 5-8 pair, look, in box 1, and an 8 here. So this is an 8 on this funny line. So this is adding up to at least 9 and a maximum of 12. Let's keep going though. Let's give 8 a colour. I think it deserves it. Although it's let itself down. The moment I gave it a colour, it took its eye off the ball and didn't do anything. And what about 7? 7 has got a colour. It should definitely. I see. Hang on, I need to make that one fully, and then this one purple. So 7 this is like a 7-8 pair, look. So I must be able to do something in this column. So one of these digits is... Oh, well, this can't be 6 now. If this was 6, this would add to 13. And how can I make that add to 13 if I can't use 9, 8 or 7? The maximum it could be would be 6 plus 5. That's not enough. So this is not 6. So that one is 6. Oh, that's not done as much as I was hoping. So these digits in the remainder of row 1 are just from 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now, oh, nearly in column 5 there's almost a sort of quadruple of low digits. These digits in box 4 are 6, 8, 9. And that doesn't seem to be resolved. 3, 4, 6, 6. Ah, there's a 6 here, which is orange. So 6 is in one of 2 places in box. Oh, that doesn't do it either, actually. Oh, okay, I've got a 1, 3, 4 triple in row 8. So these digits can't be from 1, 3 or 4. So there are 2 5 pairs, so we can get rid of those cells. The 4 in this row is in these cells, so this is not a 4. Now I've got a 1, 3 pair in row 7, so this is a 4. So these are not 4. Got lots of 1s and 3s everywhere. 2, 5. So this is 1, 2, 3 or 5. So this digit has to be relatively meaty, doesn't it? If this is a 1, then I've got 8 here. So if this was a 4, this couldn't be a second 4. So this can't be as low as 4. It's at least 5. And it can't be higher than 6. So that is 5 or 6. And that doesn't seem to do anything. Oh dear. Can that be a 1? No. If that's a 1, we can't get as high as the 8 this is minimally going to be. Could be a 2. That is possible. So I suspect I've either missed Sudoku or this line is important. I've got hang on, I've got a lot of high digits left to put in, which I can't put 2 high digits on here. 6, 7 and 9. No. Oh, nearly actually. I was about to say that's definitely impossible, but if that was 6, 7, 13, that can nearly get to 13. 4, 8 is nearly 13, but it's not enough. Right. So if we look at the 6, 7 and 9 in this little quadruple, these have to be from 6, 7 and 9 because I can't put 2 of them on this line. And that gives me, there we go, a quadruple in row 5. So the rest of the digits in this row are from 2, 3, 4, 5. That is hopeless, actually. That's hopeless. Okay. Okay. So maybe we have to say, can that really be 12? That would have to be 9, 3 or 5, 7. It might be possible, mightn't it? Right. Here's a nice point. Here's a lovely point, actually. Where is that digit in this box? Well, it obviously doesn't go in its own column. It can't go on this line because then it's equal to itself. And what digit would you have to put into this domino? You'd have to put an 8 in because the line would sum to this digit plus 8, and we'd have to put 8 in there if it's on this line. So it's not in there. It's tiny, so it's not those. So it's got to be one of those cells. Well, the only overlap is a 1, so that's got to be a 1. This is a 3, 4. There is a 1 in one of those two by the same logic that we've just described. So this is not a 1. This now adds up to 9. So these are 2, 7. That's got to be 2, 7 because it can't be 1, 8. It can't be 3, 6. It can't be 4, 5. That's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? 2, 7. Now this is 8. So that's 8. That's 7. This is 6, 9. So this is 8. Now, is this going to help us? Please, pretty please. These now don't include 2. So they're a 1, 5. And this is a 2. So that's a 2 and that's a 5. Now, this is 1 or 3, which is going to limit this a bit. That's 2, 7. So that's got to be 5, 2. And what can we do with that? This is a 1. Okay, so we can keep going. 1 and 3 go into the puzzle. That's lovely. That's perfect. Now I know that's adding up to 10. So I've got to somehow make this add up to 10. So I'm not using 5 and 5. It's going to have to be 6 and 4. So 6 and 4. This is a 1, 2 pair. So this is a 3 now. These have got to be 2 and 5, which I can do. So this is 2 and 7. So this is 7 and 9. So this is 9 and 6. 3 has to be a red cell. So all of those, yeah, this is starting to fall, I think. Maybe I shouldn't have said that actually. Oh no, that's 3, that's 1. We're still going a little bit. That's 6, that's 4. Right, this row, 5. This box needs a 4 in it. So this is not 4 or 5. Whoopsie. So this is 1 or 3. Still not quite done. This 2. So this has got to be a 3. That's got to be a 1. That's a 2. That's a 1. So this is a 4, 5 pair in the box. Okay, but this 3 is good. So that's 3, that's 4, that's 4, that's 5. That's 1, that's 3. We must be close to a finish, I think. We can get rid of 8 from these cells. 7 is now useful up there. 7, whoopsie, whoopsie, whoopsie. 7, 9, 9, 6. Nah, nearly. Oh no, 8, 5. That's still doable. 6 has to go here. So in this box, it's 2, 4, 5 that we haven't placed, isn't it? So we can put the 2 in the corner. 2, 2, 5, 5, 4. And it's suddenly just filled itself in. And we can colour as we like. We can do some... Oh, why when I double click that 8, does it click that one? I don't want that. I want to do all the 8s. Oh, it's right. It's because that one had a sort of a chevron in it. Now 9s were green, weren't they? 8s were yellow. I've done those. 7s did. Oh, 6s did have a colour. They were all meant to be orange. Then 1s, 3s, and 1 is a bit of a rogue digit actually, because that's in grey and it's in red. So maybe 1 loses its colour. If not, its religion. 3 and 4 can all become red. 2 and 5 can all become grey. And we're just left... Oh, nearly. And then we're just left with 1s unsullied. Boom. Beautiful puzzle. Absolutely beautiful puzzle, Arachno. Stunning, actually. Stunning logic. Unusual logic for a region sum lines. I mean, I've seen the 2 versus 5 idea done lots of times before, but never quite like that. I really liked that they were constrained by pointing at this digit. That was very peculiar and really interesting. It's a lovely idea, beautifully executed. Let me know in the comments how you got on with it. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.